What's up everybody? My name's James and today I'm going to review Emily in Paris. It's a major trending topic right now. You've got critics who are hating it, but then everyone in the comments and viewers are saying that they love it. So why is this? Well, basically, episode 1 is all about a girl who has clearly started at the company but seems to be doing well, gets the opportunity to go to Paris because her boss has fallen pregnant. She gets to Paris and ends up marketing a whole team of people who are older than her because of her company in America has bought out the Paris team because they must have been failing or something, and she's there to give an American viewpoint on it. While it is extremely unlikely that somebody who was fresh out of university would be sent to Paris to be able to pursue this and to be able to manage a team of people who have obviously been doing this for a while and works extremely closely with luxury brands. It's a light-hearted, fun, comedy that we can all get on board with. I mean, if you look at all the successful shows that we've had out over the past 20, 30 years, you've got Friends, Sex and the City, Seinfeld, all these major shows, and the thing they all have in common is all their problems in it are quite trivial, but they relate to us in real life. I mean, you not getting your cup of coffee in the morning is a lot more relatable than you having to save the world. While it doesn't give you such a big dramatic sort of scene that you need on TV, it actually fills in the gaps where, you actually get some light-hearted, easy viewing entertainment. And I think that is super cool, especially in this day and age. Not everything we are watching has to be such a big protest on this, that, or every other political matter that we have going on in the world right now, and it doesn't have to be the be-all end-all of the world. Why can't we just watch things because they're easy and fun? Because it's easy to just put this show on. And I bet now, anyone that's watching this, if you start watching Emily in Paris, you're gonna get addicted to it and you're gonna have to start binge watching it. Because it's that kind of show. It's relatable, it's easy to... Well, with that being said, the thing is, critics don't like this show for some reason. Everything that I read about Emily in Paris in headlines is always it's a really bad show, it's not worth watching, and for some reason critics hate it. I don't know why. Maybe because critics are more concentrated on the hidden meanings behind a show, or, trying to get the most out of a show to politically change the world or whatever. But to me, and to everyone else in the comments, it seems to be a great show to watch. And ultimately, a critic's opinion is no different to your or my opinion. They're not specialized in a field, they're not specialized in this. It's just somebody's opinion. So why do we even listen to critics? I can't tell you how many times I've seen something that's got 20 out of 100 rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and then I've watched it and I've actually really enjoyed it. Who's deciding that it's not a good show to watch? Why should I listen to your advice on watching the show when in actual fact I enjoyed it? Not everyone's comedy is the same, and all these critics seem to be banding together and saying this show's bad or good and changing the general population's idea towards something because that's what they think. So let everybody make their own judgment on this, because in the comments everyone is saying that they love it, they're binge watching it, and they can't wait for season 2. Even though it's cringeworthy TV, it's great. We love it. Another thing about this show that I really enjoy is the balance between American work ethic and French work ethic. I mean, you can clearly see there's a contrast, especially if you watch the show. Americans love to work and they live to work, and the French work to live, which means that they've got more time to go and drink wine or go to cafes and do all these things that they do. Whereas the American side of it, they're very much into their work and what they're doing. So, I mean, it really does show the cultural differences of nations and how we are perceiving the world to be. I mean, it just basically breaks down what it's like to be an American versus being a French. And I don't know how many of you have visited Paris especially, but the Parisians are renowned to being rude. Not necessarily rude in a mean way, but they are very rude. They're considered snobbish, they tend to look down their nose at you. They're not very friendly and warm and welcoming, especially when they hear certain accents, such as American accents. And they kind of band Americans together to being loud and brash, because that's what the world sees Americans as from tourism. The same with British people, we get branded as being loud, drunk, and a bit of a nightmare in partying scenes and stuff like that. And Australians also get a reputation for drinking a lot, and that's just their culture. But the Parisians are very well known for being very stuck up. Even the south of France will say the Parisians are definitely not the same kind of people because of the way that they are about their city, as opposed to the south of France in Bordeaux, where everyone's a bit more relaxed. And that's not bad to say, it's just noticing the cultural differences. And I think everyone needs to take this with a pinch of salt, because if we're not condemning French and saying that they're all like this, but as a general consensus, they are. And I think it's really important to understand that when we're watching this show, because it's easy to take offense to things, especially in this day and age. And I don't think any of this show was done to be offensive towards the French. He's just being real with what the French can be like. I mean, this is all with my own opinion on what I think of the show and how I feel the show is. And I personally really enjoyed watching it. It was easy to watch, it's lighthearted, it's binge-worthy. And I watched it practically in an evening because I couldn't stop watching it, because you kind of want to know what happens next, because we can all relate to that. It's a trivial life. We all live a trivial life. It's not high stake all the time. So yeah, I really enjoyed the show, and I can't wait for season 2, as I'm sure many of you can't wait either. I highly recommend you go and watch it and check it out, and I'd love to know what you think, so leave it in the comments below what you think of the show, because everyone's got their own opinion, and I want to know if you love it, because all I see is all these slogans of saying that it's terrible and it shouldn't be on Netflix and it's like useless, but I loved it. Some people in the comments of those BuzzFeed things loved it. So what do you think? Do you love it? Yeah. So basically that's kind of my summary on it. I don't want to give any spoilers away. I don't want to, you know, ruin the show if you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, please drop it in the comments below what you think, because it would be great to hear. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm going to put out next video in 3 days. I'm going to try and upload a video 3 days, because that's kind of what my pattern's been lately. I don't know if you've noticed, and if you have, then thank you for paying attention. And I hope that you have an excellent day or evening, whatever you're doing. Go and watch Emily in Paris, because it's awesome and it's definitely worth viewing. It's easy and lighthearted and chill. Netflix and chill.